They don't want you to know what China show started. They don't want y'all to know about silver, man. They don't want y'all to know about silver. They don't want you to know what China's doing. Yeah, these 2 bricks. Yeah, these 2 bricks. Silver. 2 100-ounce silver bars. That's how we start the show off, baby. Smash that like button. We about to get this show started, man. We about to get it right back started again. They try to send me some warnings. Got some haters trying to report on my account. Come on. You can't stop the show. Other vaginal option, pussy. Yeah, let's get it in. Let's get it in. So let's talk about it, folks. Let me put this back up. Let me put this back up, man. Let me put this right back up, man. We're gonna pick up while we left off. Yeah, I love that frequency too, right? Somebody say, is that real? Come on now. These are 2 100-ounce silver bars. This is real money. This is constitutional money. This is God's money, rented from Genesis to Revelations. This is what the dollar used to be backed by. The dollar used to be backed by silver too. You didn't know that. President Kennedy issued Executive Order 11110, creating silver certificates. You see that paper money, that dollar? It used to be a certificate for real money, because a dollar is not money. It's a piece of paper, but it used to represent real money, which was physical silver and gold. And that's what people don't know. That's what they don't want you to understand, because they want you to remain a debt slave. They want you to remain a slave to the system of fiat currency. They want you to continue to think that the paper money is money, while they continue to devalue the paper money and confiscate your wealth through inflation and taxation. They don't want this live stream. They don't want me to tell you that. They don't want you to take the fiat paper and start getting real money, hard money assets. They don't want that. Why do you think most people don't know why you should get silver and gold? Most people don't understand the value of silver and gold, the need for silver or gold. They don't want you to have that information. Why do you think they be trying to stop my live streams and stuff? But you ain't gonna stop this show, because I'm right back like I ain't never left. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about this right here. It's about, is this real? I got bricks. This is 100-ounce bars. 100-ounce bars, got coins all over the place. But look, let's talk about it. I wanna share this article with y'all. Yeah, silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. In China right now is buying 9,000 tons of silver. Metric tons. I'm going to pull the article up here in a second, because it's important. You see, people get excited when they hear Warren Buffett is buying a stock. Warren Buffett is selling a stock. And that's an indicator to people of maybe the stock is good, maybe the stock is bad. But you don't find out what's going on with silver and gold, and why governments and central banks around the world are buying more gold and silver than they ever have in any time period in history. And they don't help you understand, what is that an indicator of? And is that something that you should be doing as well? We're going to talk about it. I'm going to make it make sense. I'm going to explain it to you. What's your website so I can get you some? Yeah, go to runwithrick.com. You can either go to runwithrick.com, runwithrick.com, or you can go straight to the Cost Metals website and put in my referral code, Ricardo Hamilton, as one word. I'm going to flip this camera around here. You know, this is the thing, man. People, here we go. You can go to runwithrick.com, and I got videos in there, links in there. Get precious metals, silver and gold at cost. But I want to talk about this article here. Okay, China. Let me get some of these comments. FRP and the Federal Reserve is not federal. Yes, the Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel. People don't even understand this, and they don't. A lot of people, not only do they not understand it, but they don't understand the importance of it. There's no transparency in your government when it comes to money, because the Federal Reserve is not transparent, okay? They've never been audited. The Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel, and the jig is up, okay? This corrupt debt-based fiat monetary system is coming to an end, and this is why you see governments and central banks around the world hedging against their own debt-based system. You realize when central banks are buying gold and silver, they're buying the actual product that is the antithesis to their own system. They're creating debt, and debt is money, and they want you to believe that the paper money, which is debt, is valuable. But they're also betting against their own product, because they're hedging against it by buying more real money with paper money. You should be doing what the banks and the governments are doing. The Fed is private, not a part of the U.S. government. Silver is over $1,000 an ounce on the U.S. debt clock. That's correct. The rigging and the manipulation of these markets, okay, is coming to an end. It's being exposed. There is a shortage of silver going into 2025. There is a supply squeeze, a silver squeeze, a silver shock coming, okay? With the industrial demand, military demand, central bank demand, government demand, and very low supply. There's not enough silver. It's not enough of it. The same kind of thing that people get excited about Bitcoin because there's not enough of it. It's only 21 million. Folks, there is not enough silver out there to satisfy the need of the global economy. There is not enough. So silver has to go higher, okay? There's so much. Yeah, let me get some of these bots out of here. Oh, my goodness. Look at the picture on that one. Whew. That was horrible. You just know that was, I don't know what that was. Anyways, I got that one up out of here. Do you think I should sell my gold and get silver with it? I think that silver is going to see greater percentage gains than gold, okay? You're better off buying, this is what I would say, you're better off buying silver right now than buying gold. When you look at the historical ratios, you might can make that decision. Right now, I think it's like 80 to 1, 80 ounces of silver to 1. That ratio is going to collapse, to 15 to 1, 20 to 1. I've seen a lot where silver is going to be on a 1-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1 ratio with gold. Okay, paper contracts, 2 ounces of silver. Do the math. Yep, yeah. Silver is massively undervalued. The banks don't want no one else's money. Also, let me see. Yeah, 100. I got that other bot up out of here. Ooh, what an ugly photo he had on his profile. My goodness. Once silver hits 65, I'm a multimillionaire. Nice. It means you got a nice, you got your weight up for real. What's the code? Yeah, Ricardo Hamilton, no spaces. Ricardo Hamilton, no spaces, okay? So it's one word, Ricardo Hamilton, no spaces. That's the referral code. The ratios are way off, G-Money, way off. Yeah, it should be 8 to 1. Yeah, 8 to 1 at least. 8 to 1 at least. But I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of data where we could see a 1-to-1 ratio. We could see a 1-to-1 ratio for physical silver. So the industrial demand, okay, might consume the entire silver market in 2025. So when you're looking at an asset, you're looking at an opportunity to buy something cheap, where it's undervalued, where the price doesn't represent the value, where the market and the economy haven't acknowledged, its value in regards to price. That's the opportunity you want to get in. That's the assets you want to get into. When Warren Buffett looks at a stock, he looks at it, to see if it's undervalued. And he wants to get it at the best price before the market realizes its value. So when it rises, he makes millions and billions of dollars. Well, when you look at what's going on with the market in silver, and you look at silver, still 40% from its all-time high. Silver was at $50 all-time high. It's at $30. Imagine, they printed trillions of dollars. So we got industrial demand might consume the entire silver market, okay? We got China's strategic silver takeover. It's a calculated move that China is draining the West. They're draining the COMEX. They're getting the physical. This is what happened in 1971 when Richard Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, because countries around the world wanted the actual metal. They wanted the gold. And now we're seeing countries around the world want the silver. China importing 9,000 tons of silver per year. They're catching up with India. Massive demand for silver right now, for solar, for EV batteries, solid state batteries. Okay, I mean, so much. And you got to remember that silver is antimicrobial, it's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. There are thousands of use cases for silver. Okay, there are more use cases for silver than Bitcoin. And silver is real money, physical money. Been money since the times of Egypt. Has a history, a track record, always having value all around the world. Not to take away from the digital asset space, because I'm very bullish on the digital asset space. I don't really get into this, only get, physical silver and gold and don't get digital assets, or only get digital assets and don't get physical. I think I'm in a position, and a lot of people should be in a position to be able to hedge and diversify into both assets. But here we have industrial demand might consume the entire silver market by 2025. Now, check this next article out. Military consumption. Now, we know that Biden apparently just gave Ukraine the ability to shoot missiles further into Russia, which the Ukrainians can't do themselves because they don't have the technology to do it. They need satellite technology, radar. Oh, it's not just you shoot a missile and it goes wherever you want it to go. It's all kind of precision guiding, satellite stuff. So it's really it's a proxy, But the whole thing is that the military consumption of silver far exceeds the industrial demand. Okay? The military consumption of silver could far exceed the industrial demand. So not only do we have the industrial demand possibly and probably and more than likely consuming the entire silver market in 2025, which means there isn't enough silver, which means that the silver price has to rise based on the laws of supply and demand, okay? Based on the laws of supply and demand. And silver, massively undervalued, very strategic asset. And then you have the military the consumption of silver will exceed the industrial demand. That is insane to think about. I mean, put your mind around that. Put your mind on how undervalued physical silver is right now. And that's just the military demand, not to mention silver is returning to its role as money. Silver is returning to its role as money, constitutional money. There are 12 states in the United States of America. There are 12 states where silver and gold are legal tender, where you can spend silver and gold the same way you spend cash. If you want to get silver and gold, you want to get it at cost, go to atcostmetals.com, referral code Ricardo Hamilton, which is one word, or you can go to my website, runwithrick.com, click on the gold and silver tab. We got some videos in there, presentation. I also got a free ebook, okay, breaking down some of this knowledge. Just click on free ebook and you can view it right there, okay? But you want to make sure that you're getting this physical asset right now, okay? You want to make sure you're getting it, and you want to make sure you're getting it at the best price. Go to at cost metals. So on top of the industrial demand, okay? So remember, we have the industrial demand, and then we have the military demand. Somebody said, how many ounces is a decent amount to have on a tight budget? Get whatever you can. Get whatever you can. It's your savings. It's how you save your money. You save your money in physical silver and gold. So not only do we have the industrial demand consuming the supply, we have the military consuming the supply greater than the industrial demand, but we also have Russia. Central banks right now, central banks are buying more silver and gold than they ever have in any time period in history. So you know that we have war going on right now. We have war going on right now. And how you hedge against financial crisis and inflation, okay, is not by saving in dollars. And it's not by being in speculative markets that have third-party counter risk, okay? You don't want to be into speculative, overvalued markets. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. You don't want to be in speculative, overvalued, rigged, and manipulated markets during times of financial crisis, inflation, global uncertainty, okay, for the average person. You want to be into those what we call safe haven assets, okay? You want to be into what Bank of America has called the last safe haven asset, which they say is gold, but silver is a much more strategic asset to hold right now than gold. But they're telling you. And what we're seeing is the end of the dollar dominance. This is a trend. It's not something that just happens overnight, but you want to understand the trend. Where is the trend? Where is the world going? What is the future of the dollar? What is the future of its purchasing power? What is the trend for gold and silver? What is the future of its purchasing power? Its value. So why is gold and silver taking off right now? Why are digital assets taking off right now? Because we're moving into a whole new monetary system. Why are we moving into a whole nother monetary system? Because this system right now that we're in is collapsing right before our eyes. This system right now is collapsing. You know how you know it's collapsing? You want to know how you know it's collapsing? Because the Federal Reserve is in this market, manipulating this market. If we had a free market economy, if the economy was allowed to naturally self-correct, okay, and we were able to find real price discovery for assets, okay, the Federal Reserve wouldn't be stepping in here. But you see the Federal Reserve getting here manipulating interest rates in the bond market, because you have to understand that it's the bond market that moves the stock market. The bond market is the biggest debt market of them all. I thought I fixed this. Hold on. Give me a second. I know I fixed it. Let me see. Where is this? I'm giving you an old slide here. Let me see. Is it here? I just want to pull up a much updated. You know what? If I don't have it here, let me see. No, I'm gonna just do it like this. I want to make sure I emphasize something here. So that's 36 trillion. That's what I meant by new slide. When I took this screenshot for this part of it, it said 35 trillion. Okay, but no, we're over $36 trillion in debt right now. We're at 122%. It's unsustainable. We're at the point of no return. And most people don't understand this stuff. You want to be ahead of the curve. You don't want to wait until there's a crisis to start preparing for a crisis. You don't want to wait until the silver is skyrocketing all-time value and the dollar is massively inflating, and then you say, well, wow, I need some silver. No, you want to be ahead of the curve. You want to be ahead of the trend. If you can afford silver, you can afford gold. Yeah, you want silver. I'm gonna tell people right now, get silver more than you get gold. Okay? But yeah, somebody said about the 2.21 trillion. So this money doesn't even exist. You see, the reform, this is what people don't understand. They're lying to you, a lot of these politicians left and the right. People don't understand that they're going to have to gut the government. A lot of these departments, a lot of this waste, a lot of this stuff in the monetary system, in the government right now, that's $221 trillion unfunded liabilities. It's not there, folks. They don't have it. The money's not there. It's not there. This whole system, this debt-based fiat monetary system, is going to collapse. And that's why we're seeing silver and gold, and that's why we're seeing, these assets taking off, because it has to be a new monetary system. And so this is a magazine cover of The Economist, 1988. Yeah, it's bankrupt. We don't have the money until we change it over. And that's what the Federal Reserve was designed for. People don't understand. The Federal Reserve was set up for this exact purpose, for this exact time period. The Federal Reserve loves it when there's a crisis, when they need to bail out the system, because that makes the global economy more reliant on their product, which is debt. You see, the Federal Reserve loves it when they have the opportunity to print more money, because it allows them to enslave the nations and their people even further. You see, it's that problem, reaction, solution. There's a problem. You're going to react to it. And what's their solution? Every single time to every problem, issue more debt. Issue more debt. Bail out, bail out, bail out. Bail in, bail in, bail in. What does that do? Add to the debt, devalues the currency. The poor and the middle class, they suffer through inflation. And then on top of that, you get taxed. It's really an insult. This is why Henry Ford said, if the American people, I'm paraphrasing, he said, if the American people ever understood the present banking and monetary system, there'll be a revolution by tomorrow morning. If people understood what I'm saying, they would shut this damn thing down tomorrow. Because the Democrats, Republicans, they all lying to you. They're not telling you the problem because they're benefiting from the system. They benefit from the system. They're not going to tell you that you've been enslaved to a central bank, to a private banking cartel. They're not going to tell you that all these programs and benefits, they're giving you with one hand and they're taking from the other. They're not going to tell you that. But they know, and they're benefiting. You think they don't have silver and gold, millions of dollars that they got? You don't think they're hedged? But they're not going to tell you that. But they're sending billions of dollars for war. They're printing trillions of dollars, devaluing the currency. It's the poor and middle class that's going to get hit. That's continuing to get hit and suffer. And they're not warning people while gold is hitting all-time highs. Save your money in silver and gold. So this is an Economist magazine, 1998 edition. And you can see it says, get ready for a world currency. Get ready for a new world currency. All right? And really, it's kind of a play on the words because gold and silver has always been the world currency. I mean, it still is today. We're just living like this twilight zone. Like literally, twilight zone. This had, there's like these weird stories. Like, could you imagine like some crazy stuff, right? So imagine where the world accepted paper as money, and the whole time gold and silver was money. We've been in this twilight zone, and it was all set up by the Federal Reserve, designed to confiscate the wealth of this nation and enslave its people. Confiscate our wealth and enslave us. That's what the Federal Reserve was designed to do. People don't understand that. People don't want to hear that until it's too late. It's like that Noah scenario. They ain't gonna care until it start raining. They're gonna ask the government to save them because they think the government gonna come save them. The government ain't gonna come save you. They're gonna enslave you even more. So you gotta put yourself in position. This Jerome Powell. This is what they printed 80% of all currency in the last 4 years. This is just Jerome Powell right here. This is all they're doing. Print money. They just, here it go. Who needs it? Except the American people. We'll give it out to everybody. The banks need it. Corporations need it. We need it for war. We got to give us some money overseas, other central banks. Here you go. They just print it up. While the purchasing power is declining, while you find it harder and harder to maintain your standard of living, pay your bills, okay? Put food on the table. You're getting your paycheck. Your paycheck ain't buying your shit. And you don't know why. And you keep voting for the same politicians who ain't going to explain that neither to you. Nobody come to save you. You got to save yourself. You got to save yourself. Look at the cost of living here. The government and the Federal Reserve have lost total control of inflation. They've lost it. It's obvious at this point. And there's no talks of really controlling. The Federal Reserve say, well, we like inflation at 2%. There should be no inflation. When we had our money backed by gold, we didn't have all this crazy economy with this massive inflation, boom or bust economy in markets. No, the economy was a stable economy. Now, when you had the banks and you had people who want to rig the markets and create panic and fear, saying that other banking systems were going to go down and then people crash the markets. But gold and silver have always had value. So we got the average, look at gasoline in 1964, 29 cents. What's gas now? A new house. I wish I can get a new house right now for $13,000. Who on this live stream would love to get a new house for $13,000 right now? That's how much they've devalued the currency. That's how much money printing has been going on. It's not that the products, goods, and services got more valuable. Shit, they making the houses even cheaper now. They giving you plywood. They ain't giving you no real wood in the houses. They giving you plastic and plywood and all type of BS. The quality ain't getting better, even though the technology has got more efficient. Even though the processes have got more efficient. So there's efficiencies that have taken place that should have driven down costs. Cost of things should be going down because of the innovation and efficiencies that have been made in industry with technology, okay? Prices should have been going down because it's easier to make and produce, especially once AI and robotics come down. The cost, the expense of labor and everything, it should go down. And then it should be easier for people to live. It's not supposed to get harder for people to live. But it's getting harder because you have a debt-based, corrupt financial system, okay? And your politicians won't tell you the truth. So you gotta protect yourself and your family. You gotta get silver and gold, and you make sure you invest in digital assets, in my opinion, because the reset is here. We're going into 2025 right now. 2025 it begins. ISO standard is set up in March, okay? By March, everything ISO. Fed now, everything is ISO. Gold and silver are going to take off even further. Silver is going to break all-time highs in 2025. Mark my words. Okay, and here's some of the reasons why I said that. Once again, why I'm saying silver is going to break its all-time high in 2025? Because you got China buying up 9,000 metric tons per year, catching up to India. You got industrial demand. I'll tell you, silver is a use case. No, I don't think Block Nation live right now. You got industrial demand, okay, consuming the entire market in 2025. And then we have the military demand consuming the industrial market. And then you have central banks strategically buying more. Russia, China, India, strategically buying more. And silver still sitting at $35 an ounce, $30 an ounce right now. Unbelievable. Massive, massive buying opportunity right now in silver. See, it's not people don't want to hear this right now. It's not attractive right now. It's not attractive right now because there isn't all this excitement in the news about it. That's not when you want to get it. That's not when you want to get it. So here's silver performance. This is how you save listen folks, this is how you save your money. If you're saving in dollars, you're not getting any of these gains. You're getting negative, okay? You're getting negative. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button. You know they don't want people to get this information out. Send this out. The government pays 11 cents a me. Yeah, I mean, it's retarded. So here you got, this is saving your money, but you save it in silver. Over the last 30 days, up 3%. 6 months, up 10%. When you put your money in the bank in the savings account, what are you getting? Absolutely nothing, essentially. Nothing. They're loaning out 100% of your money. It's losing purchasing power. It's at risk because you got a third party holding on to it. Okay? Silver over the last year, up 37%. 37% on your savings. You know what? You know what's interesting? The S&P 500 does about 8 to 10% a year. That's what it does on average. That's what they say, 8 to 10% a year. Okay? In the last year, silver did 37%. It's going much higher, folks. Much higher. This is the time. This is an opportunity window for those who see it. Last 5 years, silver, 81%. Last 20 years, 357%. And then you can see gold. And of course it fluctuates. But the trend, you see, it's about the trend. It's not necessarily about the day-to-day. It's where is this market going over 6, 12, 24, 36 months? Where can your followers send you a gift? Yeah, you can, a gift like on TikTok, or you can go to my website. You go to my website, runwithrick.com. If you're already getting silver and you want to support me, just go to at-cost metals and get your silver from at-cost metals. They have the best prices anyway. Wherever you're buying your silver now, you're probably overpaying compared to the prices at cost metals. Why is this my computer freezing? Let's go over here. So yeah, but atcostmetals.com, referral code Ricardo Hamilton. Atcostmetals.com, referral code Ricardo Hamilton. So yeah, we got the let's look at this slide right here while I wait for this thing to come up. So we're talking about the purchasing power. I appreciate everybody smashing that like button. So purchasing power of the dollar. And this is just from 2019. So I want you to think about something. What happened in 2020? What happened in 2020? Okay, let me pull this back up because maybe some people didn't read this part. 80% of all US dollars. I want you to think about this. Since the inception of this country, okay, since the inception of the United States and the dollar, 80% of all dollars in existence were printed in the last 22 months. From 2020, so I might as well say in the last 4 years, but this article came out in December of 2021. They have printed 80% of all currency in the last 4 years. 80%. They printed talk about hyperinflation. Okay? 80% in the last 4 years. Totally unsustainable. It's going to collapse. So here you have, this is just from 2019. So in 2019, so let's put this in perspective. We got 1913, the Federal Reserve, the private banking cartel was created. Private, not part of the government, private in 1913. 1933, so remember, they were designed to confiscate the wealth and enslave this nation. 1913 to 1933, FDR's executive order makes it illegal to hold gold coins, bullion, and certificates. Now, there were certain gold coins that you were able to keep, and also, when they took your gold, they paid you for it. So gold was $20 an ounce. If you had gold, they didn't just come kick down your door, take your gold, and smack your chick, okay? They came in, they got your gold, but they paid you for it. They paid you $20 for every ounce, I believe, right? And then they reevaluated the gold, so you lost, but you know at least you got something. But they reevaluated the gold to $35 an ounce. And then 1944, now remember the whole time the Federal Reserve is in control because J.P. Morgan said, I don't care who makes the nation's laws, long as I control the money supply. So the Federal Reserve controls the money supply. So guess what? Now the Federal Reserve needs a reason to create more money. They need a reason to print more currency. And you know what was the best way to create debt at that time, to create money? Going to war. Woo-wee. Money is so easy to get when it's time to go to war. That's a lot of money being made for war. Oh, they love making money for war. War is a business. And the banks, they fund both sides of the war. You know that, right? The bankers always win. All wars are bankers' wars. The banks fund these wars, and they don't care who wins. They fund both sides. So this whole time we had all these wars going on. Oh, well, guess what? It's a good reason for the Federal Reserve to do what? Create more of their product, which is debt, which enslaves the nation and devalues the currency. Okay? So then we had, after the wars, we had Bretton Woods. Now they got the United States dollar to be the world reserve currency. Now the party starts. Because now they just weren't going to rape the U.S. They're just going to rape the entire planet. We're going to flood the planet with debt. Oh, yeah, the dollar is the world reserve currency. Everybody's holding on to dollars. They think it's money. It's losing value. Other economies are tied to this fiat currency. It's losing value. Their own economies are getting shocked by it. So that's why you see countries right now hedging. They're dumping dollars. Okay? They're dumping dollars. They're dumping treasuries. They're making bilateral trade agreements. They're hedging. They see what's going on. Ain't nobody breaking this down like, I'm telling you, ain't nobody putting this information out here like this. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. You want to get silver and gold, go to @costmetals.com. @costmetals.com. Referral code Ricardo Hamilton. No spaces. It's one word. Go to my website, Run with Rick. Read the free ebook. runwithrick.com. People don't understand this. They're not teaching this in school. I'm giving you a lesson that people pay for. This understanding, people pay for this understanding. The wealthy go to certain people to pay for this understanding because it helps people understand what they need to do with that paper. Here we go, 1971. Nixon closed the gold window. So in 1971, now look what happened after 1971. He ended the Bretton Woods, beginning with the modern day fiat currency. So the dollar was no longer backed by gold. The dollar was no longer backed by gold. It's a fiat currency, a piece of paper. And what has happened ever since? Look at that. The purchasing power just declines. So you know what this means? When you're seeing this, you're going to work and your dollars are worth less. Your rent is increasing. Your gas is increasing. Your food is increasing. The dollar's buying you less. College tuition is increasing. Everything rises in value because your dollar is losing value. So you need more dollars to maintain the standard of living that you had before. So now when you get to 2019, the dollar is worth 5 cents. The dollar is not even worth $1. I know it says $1 on there, but what is it? What is its purchasing power? That's what it comes down to. What does the dollar get you? You see, the dollar got you something in 1964. What do the dollar get you today? See, that's what people don't consider. Somebody might say a dollar today is the same dollar in 1964. You don't understand inflation. You don't understand purchasing power. But these people that sometimes they come on my live stream, they say they economists or they go to school and they know this stuff and they don't know what they're talking about. And then I got to break this stuff down. Then they realize they paid all this money to a school that indoctrinated them into a lie. But anyways, so $1, okay, used to get you something. Today, $1 you could have filled up your tank 3 times with $1 back in 1964. Do you think the gas changed? No, in fact, it got more efficient to extract gas. We got more smarter, okay? Like it should be cheaper, easier. We got more techniques and better ways, and we got technology and scanning, and all kind of stuff to figure out where it is, and cut down on costs. Could have got 3 gallons for $1. You can't get a gallon of gas for $1 now. So now, this was in 2019. What did I just do? Anyways, so this is 2019, right? Oh, what did I do? Oh, okay. Let's see what I did. So this is 2019. Where we at? 2024? 2024, right? So if the dollar's purchasing power was 5 cents, and look, you see the source, right? For the bots and shit, man. I always got receipts. I come with receipts. Stop playing with me. Anyways, 2024, what do you think the purchasing power of the dollar is now? Do you think it's more than 5 cents or less than 5 cents? Come on, somebody put that in the chat for me. Smash that like button. Almost 10,000 likes on the live stream. In 2019, the dollar was worth 5 cents. Yeah, exactly. It's worth less. And here we are in 2024, it's worth less. So while the dollar's losing value, we got silver and gold taking off. Let me see, I see these numbers just changed. Let me refresh the screen. Yeah, there we go. And let me explain this too. Let me explain something about what we see when we look at the price of silver and gold. Okay? And let me do it from Cost Metals website. Maybe I can share some of this stuff anyway. When we're looking at silver and gold, while that's loading up. When we're looking at silver and gold, that's fine. While we're looking at silver and gold, understand something. These prices that you see for an ounce of gold and silver, this is the paper derivatives market. Okay? This is not the real price for the physical asset. This is the rigged and manipulated paper contract derivative market. The physical asset is worth way more. But they rig and manipulate the price of these assets through short selling, naked short selling, market manipulation. Central banks and governments do. Okay? Silver is the Achilles heel to this vampire debt-based fiat system that sucks the blood and wealth of the people in this nation. I tell people all the time, the Federal Reserve is public enemy number one. They want you to think it's Russia, China, India, Iran. Why? Because they want you to go to war with them so they can print more currency. They want you to think that they want to point the finger at everybody else, but not themselves. The Federal Reserve is public enemy number one. Most people don't talk about it. Most people don't understand it because they don't understand monetary policy. They don't understand inflation. They don't understand how many presidents have talked about ending a central bank. Okay? That's one of the reasons why they got rid of Kennedy. One of the reasons they got rid of Kennedy is because Kennedy issued Executive Order 11110, bypassing the Federal Reserve and issuing silver certificates. They don't talk about that. Why? They don't want you to understand that. They don't want you to understand that we don't need the Federal Reserve. We don't need them. Matter of fact, the Federal Reserve is unconstitutional. The Federal Reserve is unconstitutional. They shouldn't exist. They shouldn't exist. And then you got Jerome Powell saying that Donald Trump can't force him to resign. He's right. Now think about that. Who the hell is the Federal Reserve to where the president can't even fire you? That means you powerful. That should be a wake-up call. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was showing this at costmetals.com, referral code Ricardo Hamilton. But I want you to really think about that. That's some power. So you're telling me the president of the United States can take us to war, do all the stuff that we see presidents do, and that, we say the president is the most powerful, the president of the United States is the most powerful person in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's the most powerful person of the free world. But you're telling me the president of the United States can't fire the Federal Reserve chairman? That should put people on pause and say, hold on. Well, who's really in control of who? Who answers to who? Who has the power? Is it the Federal Reserve or is it the president? And then now we realize, it must be the Federal Reserve because even the president can't tell the Federal Reserve what to do. So now the Federal Reserve is more powerful than the president. So who is the Federal Reserve? Why do we have the Federal Reserve? Who voted for the Federal Reserve? How does the Federal Reserve operate? What gives the Federal Reserve value? Questions they don't want you asking. They don't want you asking those questions. This information is why these assets are rising in value. And I'm telling you, silver is going to break out. We at that time in history, we're in one of the most significant time periods ever in history. And unfortunately, some people need like a feeling and stuff going on in the news, and they need that to have them feel like they need to take action. I'm telling you right now, you're going to wait till it's too late. because I really think you won't be able to buy silver very soon here. Probably by after 2025, 2026 and beyond, I really believe you won't be able to buy silver. I think that it's going to be too strategic of a metal for military. I think it's going to be too strategic of a metal for industry. The government will be the only, governments will only be able to acquire silver, and they disseminate it for industries. It's going to be some type of, I'm telling you, this metal right here, people don't understand how important, the world doesn't function the way it functions without this metal. This is almost just as important as oil. This metal right here is almost just as important. It might be more important. Okay, with the advancements in technologies and things right now where we could replace these fossil fuels. But I'm telling you, this metal right here is massively, massively undervalued. There's not enough of it. It's needed for the military. Central banks want it. It's real money. Solar panels, EV batteries, solid state batteries, even AI, to power AI and all that, they use a lot of electricity to power AI. People love Bitcoin. Bitcoin uses a lot of electricity, okay? Guess what? This is the most electrically conductive metal. The principles, the faculty, the things that give silver value, and there's not that much of it. Yeah, we love that sound. We love that sound. You know what I mean? That's that real money sound. We call that sound money clap. That's a sound money clap with Brother Two Bricks, aka M.I.M.S, aka Brother Two Bricks, aka Crypto Rick, Ricardo Hamilton, right? That's what we do. I've been doing this for years. And most people don't understand, because most people, the problem that most people have is, and I'm gonna tell you what's the hard part for people. They look at silver and gold like investments. And so they're going to compare silver and gold to other investments. And they're going to look at Bitcoin. And they're going to look at cryptocurrency. And they're going to say, well, why should I get silver and gold when obviously it's I could have made way more money investing in digital assets. That is true. You've made more money investing in digital, but you've invested your money. See, there's a difference between investing and saving. Gold and silver are your savings vehicle. It's how you sleep peacefully at night, knowing that you're protected against third-party counter risk. You see, this economy, this market is rigged, it's manipulated, big money moves it, okay? It's not the middle class and the poor who are moving these markets, okay? And so at any moment in time, the third-party counter risk kicks in and the markets flip on you. We don't know. There's no guarantee. Let's just put it like that. Ain't no guarantee when you're dealing with these speculative assets. But you always going to have something of value when you're saving in silver and gold, because that's real money. That's insurance. It's money insurance. So people, don't compare your investments with your savings. Your investments and your savings is two different things. That's why people don't get it. Your savings, you wanna have your money grow for you without exposing it to risk. Gold is a zero risk asset. It's a tier 1 asset, according to the Bank of International Settlements. Let me say that again. Gold is a tier 1 asset, which means there is zero risk associated to it. All the digital assets, stock market, everything, there's third-party counter risk. There is risk that it could go to zero. Okay, did I say it will? No. Does that take away the risk? No. There is still risk. When it comes to you saving and sleeping peacefully at night and having that a security that no matter what happens in the global economy, war breaks out and the whole markets are upside down or something, it's always going to have value. In fact, increases in value during those times. Okay? So let me see. I was worried when the money was in the bank, but slept good now that it's in gold and silver. Oh yeah. Yeah, congratulations to you. You see that, this message, it doesn't resonate with everybody. It's almost like it's almost like you're called to it. Because most people can't tap into this consciousness, this frequency, this understanding. They don't, their antennas aren't up enough to really force them to slow down and really process what's going on. And that's how they want you. They want you going from one thing to the next. That's why we have a crisis to crisis economy. There's always something going on. You can never really stop and think and figure out what the hell is going on and what you should be doing. They just got you distracted. They either got you distracted. There's some chaos. There's some drama. There's some new news about the war or something going on. And people never take the time to really download, understand, understand what's going on and what's the problem and how they can protect themselves. So they rely on the government, they rely on their mama, they rely on somebody else to come save them. And ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to save yourself. You got to do the right things for you and your family. You got to make sure that you have the proper savings while you're doing the investments. Okay? Because look what, you don't have to look too far. Look at 2008. I don't get it why people would trust the system. I don't know how many times what they say. What did Trump say? Not even Trump. What did Bush say? It was a skit for it. What did Bush say? Fool me once, fool me. You can't fool me again, right? Messed up the whole quote. Messed up the whole thing. What's that J. Cole song? What did he say? Bush. Yeah. What's that? Bush say, "Fool me once." Let me play this one, man. Look. What happened? Look, what Bush say? Bush say,
There's an old...
Look, let me break down this old saying, man, in case those who don't know it. Here we go.
Shame on... There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, these people right here, they fooling the American people over and over, left and right. Left and right, man. It's crazy. So the American people getting fooled over and over again. Look what happened in 2008. Look what happened in 2008. And people in this overvalued market right now. They had the credit rating agencies. Let me see. How would I buy food and gas with gold and silver though? So gold and silver is easily liquidatable. While the asset is going up in value, you can always convert it for the fiat. Okay, very easy. But there are 12 states in the United States right now where gold and silver is legal tender. You can spend it like cash. Okay, a couple of states have what we call as gold backs. This is legal tender. This is money. You can spend this in about 12 different states in the United States. This is in New Hampshire. They got Utah, Nevada, and other places. You can spend it like you spend dollars. People don't know that gold and silver is money. It's money. You can convert it for the fiat or you can spend it in a lot of different places. Easily liquidatable. Okay, easily liquidatable. Yeah, only 12 states right now. Yes, I believe there will be more. There's going to be more. More states will accept gold and silver as legal tender. It's real money. They need it. You know what I mean? That's the trend. That's the trend. That's where we're going. That's the trend. You know? So this is the whole thing. Fool me once. Fool me, you can't fool me again. Which that's not the right quote. Right? But the whole thing is 2008 financial crisis. They had the rating agencies, okay, say that these junk mortgage-backed securities, they know it was bullshit. They said that they gave them AAA ratings, and they mixed it. It was mixed with some BS, right? Where did you get that from? Oh, there's a lot of different places. I think you can go to M.I.M.S and you just Google goldbacks because At-Cost Metal doesn't have these just yet. So you will probably pay a little more, but you can Google goldbacks and you can go to any other major online dealer. I think M.I.M.S has them. But we have better prices for gold and silver than M.I.M.S. So if you just want to get these, yeah, you can go to M.I.M.S. They probably have them. But if you want to get some silver and some gold and other stuff, you want to go to At-Cost Metals because you're going to, especially if you do the comparison. I do the comparison all the time. But you'll realize there's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings that you're going to have with silver and gold going to At-Cost Metals versus anywhere else. So you sell those gold bars. I don't. We have the company. The company's called At-Cost Metals. AtCostMetals.com. They sell the silver and gold bars. I'll flip the screen here. You can see it. AtCostMetals.com. Referral code Ricardo Hamilton. So when you get started, you'll need a referral code because it's a membership like Costco. Very affordable. you'll make your money back in savings. Okay? By atcostmetals.com, referral code Ricardo Hamilton, one word. You can also, I want to say go to my website, but the thing is, I just move that back up there. Let me see. I'll get it back up there in a second. Flip this camera. All right, so yeah, like I was saying though, so 2008 they fooled everybody, and you know nobody cared. You know why nobody cared, even though they knew it was some BS? Because everybody was making money. As long as people making money, people don't care, and that's what's happening right now. The euphoria. You see, the euphoria enters the market. Everybody gets in. Everybody thinks it's gonna keep going up. Everybody thinks they're gonna keep making money until they don't. Then panic sets in. Where's that chart that shows market cycles? Let me see if I can pull that up. Right? Market cycle chart. Yeah, here it is. Psychology of the markets. Okay? So here we have psychology of the market. So euphoria. Now think about 2008, right? Because these are cycles. There's booms and busts to the economy. You're going to have assets rise, and then you're going to have a massive correction because the debt-based fiat model demands so. It's rigged. It's baked into the system. So you have all this, optimism, belief. You have the thrill. People, we keep making money. Euphoria hits the market. Everybody making money. Okay? It's a little pullback. People get complacent. Then it drops even more. Now, this is what happened to people's 401k. Imagine the people that had their money in their 401k and they're getting ready to retire. And they're on the wrong side of this market cycle. And now they can't retire because they lost half of their 401k. Now the anxiety's kicking in because their retirement accounts are tied to the market. Now the anxiety kicks in. This is a massively rigged, manipulated market. It's crazy. That's why the Federal Reserve is stepping in here right now. Okay? So then the denial hits in. Then the panic hits in. This is when people want to start buying silver and gold. They're panicking. This is when people want to start buying and saving in real money. This is when people want to figure out what should I do? When you should have been figuring out what you should do probably somewhere around here at least, right? Like it's going up. You start hedging, taking profits. This is why I tell people to take profits in silver and gold. If you're in crypto, take profits and get some real money. Okay, silver massively undervalued. Hedge. Okay? Because the markets, even Bitcoin will crash. Yeah, people get excited about Bitcoin. And I get excited. I get excited about the market. I'm making money. That's cool. But there will be a correction. There will be a correction. And usually when it corrects 70 to 80%. Okay? 70 to 8%. So whatever this market's going to do, when it corrects, it's going to come right back down to where it is, maybe a little lower. After it went up to 200 and something. All right? I mean, so panic sets in, capitulation, anger. This is the psychology of the markets here. Okay? Be prepared. Be prepared. So, this is that time. Man, smash that like button, man. I appreciate all 33 of y'all that's been in here. I'm telling you, TikTok, the algorithm, the way it works, I go live, they bring in some bots, and there's a lot of states right now where they're removing taxes on gold and silver. They're removing the taxes on the sales tax on gold and silver. A lot of it you don't have to report. What is it? Let me see. You don't have to report the gold and the silver. Let me see here. Depending on what state you're in and whatnot. And I'm not a financial advisor, not a tax advisor neither. Yeah, let me see here. Depends on, I have the other article for you, but like I said, talk to your tax advisor or financial advisor because it's based on, what you're getting, how much you're getting, what state you got it in. With some states, like I said, they're removing sales taxes on gold and silver. A lot of states, their gold and silver is legal tender, it's real money. But yeah, I mean, the algorithm's crazy. I start the live stream and 300 people hop on. And I don't know, maybe it's a mixture of real people and bots. But then slowly drops down while people are smashing the like button and sharing at the same time. And then, you know, we sat down with 33 people, and I appreciate all 33 of y'all because y'all just getting some game. You know, but how do you have 20 something thousand followers, and then when you go live, you only get like 100 of them on at a time? It's crazy. But this information need to be shared out. People need to have this perspective. You know what I mean? Go to runwithrick.com. That's what I was gonna pull back up before for some reason it went away. Runwithrick.com. Go to my website. I got a free ebook in there for you guys. Free ebook. Thank you so much for the info. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So we got a free ebook at my website, runwithrick.com. Tabs for gold and silver, some videos in there. You can also book me for a consultation. Anybody needs some consultation with digital assets, physical assets, anything you read about in the free ebook that I have right here for you guys. So ebook is fire. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I took my time to put that together. Talk about HELOCs, first lien position, things of that nature. You want to buy a house, give it a mortgage. You don't need a mortgage. A mortgage is a death note. It's and you know, it's a death pledge. Mortgage is a death pledge. You know, you're engaging in a death pledge, right? And you know, so yeah, go to rumblefrick.com and definitely take advantage, man. So if ain't no more questions, any more comments, I just had to go live on that. When I saw that that article come out, and I saw that China is getting 9,000 tons of silver, metric tons of silver every year, and they're catching up with China. And I'm like, oh yeah, silver's getting ready to explode in 2025. When I'm seeing information about major purchases from governments, when I'm seeing information that major purchases from central banks, when I'm seeing information that the industrial demand will consume the entire silver supply. Okay, now I think about a silver squeeze. I think about a supply shock. I think about what that does to the price. Okay, I think about the overbuying that will take place because of that, right? You know, if you understand what's, you know, like tissue. Listen, they had a little scare about a storm or something. Next thing you know, the tissue's out, and you remember during the scamdemic, you know, all the tissue was gone. So during every event, guess what people were going to do? They're going to try to buy tissue ahead of time. So if people were starting to realize there ain't that much silver, and silver about to have a supply shock, and they realize industries around the world are buying it up, what do you think is going to happen with the price of silver? It's going to go crazy. It's going to go overshoot. It's going to overshoot. So then you have that on top of the military demand consuming the industrial demand, and the industrial demand alone was going to consume the supply. With central bank buying, silver returning to its role as money, and so many more dynamics and factors, it's a no-brainer. I'm just ahead of a curve. You're just ahead of a curve right now. It's going to be a wise thing to talk about. It's going to be a wise thing to get. People are going to be wondering why nobody was saying this before when I've been saying it the whole time. But they're going to wait until silver's at all-time highs. They're going to wait until the news and everybody else is talking about why you should get silver now and where can it go? Is the value going to be worth hundreds of dollars? Oh, they put something else up here. TikTok always trying to throw the vibes off, man. Yeah, so they're going to ask you, is it going to go to hundreds of dollars? That's what people are doing with Bitcoin right now. Well, where's Bitcoin going? Is it going to 100,000? Is it going to 1 million? I heard it can go to 10 million. You know, people are curious now. It's going to be the same thing with silver. You're just ahead of the curve right now, so am I. People are going to start to wonder. Y'all love that sound too. People are going to start to wonder, where do I get this silver? Where do you think the price is going? Is it too late? Oh, you're going to get these same questions the same way people are asking about crypto. I already know it. Okay? Hopefully it won't be too late for some of them. Because I'm telling you, you won't be able to get. There are places when the scamdemic hit and when, what was it? It was that, and then it was something else that hit in the market. It was something else. I can't remember what it was. But a lot of places you couldn't buy silver. The dealers weren't selling it. They weren't selling it. Okay? They weren't selling it. So understand something. I think it was was it supply shock? I can't remember what it was, but they weren't selling it. That's why you want to get it now. Don't think you're going to always be able to get silver. Don't think you can just at any moment in time buy silver. There will be institutions that just won't sell it. Your local coin dealers, they won't sell it. They won't sell it. It's too strategic of an asset. It's going too high. They ain't not gonna sell it. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you get it now. Get it while you can. I sense the urgency. And I'm really stressed because I'm nowhere near preparing for this reset yet. Well, you already ahead of the curve because you consciously tapping in. Half the battle is in the mind, really. You know what I mean? Half the battle is in the mind. Yeah, you need the actual physical asset, but you was able to tap in at this point in time. Now it's, you know, even if you're just getting 1 ounce. At Cost Metals, they got a coin of the month program. You can get one of these every single month, MS 70 coin. Even if it's getting, you know, one numismatic a month, one MS 70, or you just getting, you know, 1 coin a month. You so far ahead of the masses, you know what I mean? It adds up over time. It adds up over, because nobody got a crystal ball, but we have an idea, you know, we have indicators, right? We have market dynamics and things that can kind of give us an idea of where the trend is. We don't know the exact date or time, but obviously all the data and everything is showing us that gold and silver is going higher, the dollar is losing value, global uncertainty, you're resetting the monetary system. You're ahead of the curve. You're ahead of the curve. Could the Federal Reserve keep this rigged and manipulated market going longer? Sure. A lot of people thought it was supposed to end a long time ago. I mean, really, people thought it was over in 2012. Okay? People really thought, 2008, it was technically supposed to be over. Okay? If they let the market just do what it's supposed to do, we might be in a better position today. But they just reinflated the bubble. Right? They say the Federal Reserve saved us. That's what you think. They just prolonged the ass whooping for later on. They just gonna make sure they steal even more from you because you're gonna get more complacent and you're gonna have more inside the market. That's a whole other thing, right? But you know, it's crazy. But you're ahead of the curve. You're ahead of the curve. Just start now. Just start now. And that's your savings. You know, remember I said savings. Savings and investment are 2 different things because you're gonna have that person say, "Oh, that $30 you put in silver." And listen, I'm big on XRP. I'm big on XRP, but I just don't confuse your savings with your investments. Okay? I wouldn't sleep good at night if I had all my money in investments, all in digital too. When you think about third-party counter risk, everything digital relies on electricity. When you think about access to the internet, when you think about war and access to electricity, grid goes down, EMP, cyber warfare. Cyber warfare is real. You see, because people got like a complacency, normalcy bias. They just assume that we ain't gonna ever see anything like we've read in history books that has happened throughout the world in this present day, as if we've advanced to some enlightened state of human interaction. And no, the world is at war right now. There is literally a genocide going on. You know what I'm saying? Like there's literally slavery still going on in Africa and all kind of stuff. So we ain't as advanced as people. I mean, sure, the technology got advanced, but humans are still barbaric. Okay? The stuff that's still going on around the world is very barbaric. Okay? And the same people who are in control of the world, who own all the resources and all, they're the ones who are facilitating this. So you think that, anyways, don't get me started. If you have gold and silver, is it better to sell some gold and get more silver? That's a personal decision. I would tell you I have more silver than I have gold. And when I look at the historical ratio, you might be better off with gold being all-time highs right now, and silver hasn't really moved yet. It's moved, but not nowhere near all-time highs and nowhere near to where it's going to move. You might be better off selling some gold right now and getting silver, okay, on a strategic level. But silver, because gold is at an all-time high. Silver hasn't even had its run yet. The multiples and gains are going to be better in silver than they will be in gold. So, you know, I mean, you ain't losing. Ain't like you selling your gold for dollars and your dollar going to lose value. You still got the asset either way. But that's a personal decision. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. You know what I'm saying? I just buy silver and I tell people to get it at cost. Okay, keep it simple. Can you show a few coins on the website? Yeah. That's not a problem. I saw a guy selling silver at a flea market. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that. It might not be real silver. It might not be real silver. Okay, on my next check, I'll buy some silver. Yeah. Yeah, save your money in some silver. Let me pull this up here on the website. Man, Smash said, look, 14,000 likes, man. I appreciate y'all. 14,000 likes with 33 people in a live stream. That's amazing. Because I know TikTok algorithm just making sure that some people don't see this stuff. So here's at cost metals. Let me do a price comparison. No. Let me do that here. Do some price comparisons real quick. All right. Let me, so here is at cost metals. You can see the spot price for gold, spot price for silver. Okay, nobody gets spot. So some people say, well, I see the spot prices. Nobody gets spot price. Okay, we get it at cost, which means that the dealers, where they get the silver, the customer pays the same price the dealer pays. Now, when you go anywhere else outside of at cost metals, when that company gets it from the dealer, they mark it up so they can make money. Okay, at cost metals, there is no markup because they make money on the membership, which is a very affordable membership. You make the money back in savings. Okay, so here's at cost metals pricing. So here we have let's look at what do I got? Silver Eagles. Okay, so a silver eagle right now at cost metals is $34.87. I think I had M.I.M.S up, right? All right, so I just refreshed it. So here's M.I.M.S, 1 ounce silver eagle, and they want $40. They want $40. See, they do a lot of this false advertising stuff too. I hate. At cost metals, the same price you see is the price you pay. There is no minimum, maximum quantity BS with at cost metals. At cost metals that's the price, okay? However many you want, it doesn't matter. That's the price, $34.87. You go to any other online dealer. Now, this is M.I.M.S. Well, you can go to any other online dealer. They all have this BS where it makes it look like you're getting a deal, $36. But when you check out with your card, you're paying $40 per coin. Okay? And most people are going to do smaller purchases. Most people ain't about to buy 500 ounces right now. You know what I mean? And even if you were, you're still paying more than at cost metals. If you was buying 1,500 ounces, $38. So you want to pay $38.06? Or would you rather pay $34.87? Think about that amount of savings too when you do the multiplier on how many coins you got. Okay? So now $40 per coin on Eagles versus $34. That's about about $5 per coin. That's huge, man. That is freaking huge. Can you imagine there are people right now paying $5 more than they have to for an ounce of silver? And the name of the game is get as much silver as you can. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody, which one we look at? Bars or something? Give me something y'all want to look at. 100 ounce bars. Look, a miscellaneous 100 ounce bar, $3,152. So somebody want to get them bricks like me? You want to clap them bricks together? You know what I'm saying? $31, $32, $100, somewhere around there. Let's go to M.I.M.S. M.I.M.S. Let's see. Let's find some of that sale stuff they got. What they got on sale? Even a little nasty bar like that. Now you know the price is higher, right? But that's 35. I mean, they got one here that says 34. But all of them say like 35, 34, 36, 35, 34, 36. Okay. So now, so let's go to the 34 one. I'll even try to find a little cheaper one. What was it, 34? This is a 100 ounce 34 something. All right, so here's a 34.53. But you know they do that BS when you check out, right? So when you check out, guess what you're gonna pay? $35.96. So let's say $3,600. So you wanna pay $3,600 for a 100 ounce silver bar, or do you wanna pay $3,100 or $3,200? Let's say $3,200. It's a no-brainer. It's $400 savings. $400 savings. It's huge. It's huge. That pays for its membership right there. The membership is very cost effective. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna make your money back in savings. You know, you're gonna make your money back in savings. So I mean, it doesn't matter what I look at. I can look at gold. I can look at silver. We could look at it. It doesn't matter. They beat their prices. on everything, essentially. Let me see. What should I start with? Hazel, it's your savings. You know, how much money do you save right now a month? If you save at least $100 a month, go to At Cost Metals, and you know you can get on the coin of the month, and they'll ship you one of these coins every single month. You know, just start buying, you know, some maples or some eagles or something, and you know, get $100 worth. You know, get you 2 ounces, 2-3 ounces, or whatever you can get. Yeah, that's where you start. Like wherever you save your money, you just don't save it in cash. Now let me give you the other side to that. You have an emergency fund. Your emergency fund is in cash. Keep that in the safe at the house. Whenever you need cash, you're able to put your hands on it. Not at the bank, okay? Banks close on the weekends, major liability. You need to have your emergency fund is in cash, and you need to be able to put your hands on it at any time. So your emergency fund is cash, okay? Your savings, however you save your money, and savings is generally over a longer period of time, right? 6, 12, 18, 21, 30, 36, 72 months, right? That savings is over time. You plan on not touching that. That's the whole purpose of having a savings, because you plan on not touching the money. Now what happens is when we have savings in cash, it's too easy to touch. So emergency fund, leave that in cash. But when that savings is in cash, you're going to find some reason to want to treat yourself. Okay? You're going to justify, and you're going to say, I'm going to put it back. And that's why we never can save money. Because a dollar's not for saving, it's for spending. But you know what? When you got your savings in this, it's just one little step before you can actually spend something. You got to go liquidate it. You got to go sell it, which is easy to do, right? You got to convert it into paper money. But it's supposed to be your savings. So it kind of stop you from just spending. Listen, if I had this in cash, this is what I said, 32. Let's just say $6,000. It's a little more than $6,000, because this is more than $6,000. This is probably like $7,000. So what was it? Because it's the Royal Canadian. Maybe you see this. This is quality. This is quality. This is the highest quality of 100-ounce silver bars you can get. Okay, these got a premium on it. Okay, there's a little premium on these. These are Royal Canadian mints. All right, but it's about let's just say $7,000 right here in my hand. Right, $7,000. If this was in cash, I'm buying some crypto. I'm about to go do some vacation. Look, I need a vacation. I gotta get the hell away from these crazy people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make a reason. I'm like, you know what? I'll put it back. And guess what? I just spent my savings, or I invested my savings, exposed my savings to risk. I might make gains, but not everybody gets the right assets. The market is there's no guarantee. There's a lot of risk and third-party kind of risk. I done gave up my asset, right? So you save it, whatever you save in. I guess I say all that to say, because there's a lot of perspective. There's a lot of perspective that goes into even investing. A lot of people are investing emotionally. They feel good when the market's up, and then they sell when it's down, and that's a problem. You buy red and you sell green, but what happens is people buy green and sell red. Oh, I heard Doge is going up. You know how many people are ready to get some Doge right now? You can't make this shit up. You know how many people want to get some Doge right now because Doge is popping right now? They chasing green candles. Oh, okay, I know it's up, but you think it can go higher? Maybe I can make some money? They're not wise investors. These are emotional investors, and they lose every single time. The time to buy Doge was before Doge started to pop. Before people was talking about Doge again in the market. That was the time to buy Doge. You would have had the intuition. You would have followed the right people. Maybe you would have got in early, and then you would have made that money. Okay? And now you should be dollar cost averaging out on the way to the top. That's a smart thing to do. Not everybody has that discipline. Even I fail at times. Okay? Because you're human. But that's why I like my savings. My savings is always safe. I can't mess it up. I can't mess this up. You can't mess this up. You can't mess it up. Hold on to the asset. Hold on to the asset. But yeah, a lot of people want to buy. They're gonna want to buy silver when it goes up. You know what I'm saying? And you should be buying silver now. You should be buying silver right now. So yeah, whatever you're saving, I said all that to say, whatever your saving is, you save that in silver and gold, but specifically silver. Keep your emergency fund, but your savings in silver and gold, because your savings is over long term anyway. You shouldn't have savings as an emergency fund. It kind of defeats the purpose, because there's always going to be an emergency. There's always going to be something that comes up, and you'll probably get over it. You'll get past it. Emergencies come up all the time, and you'll probably get over it, get past it. But because you have the savings in cash, you'll justify tapping into the savings to cover the emergency when if you didn't have it, it would have covered itself somehow anyway, right? You know what I mean? Like, it just would have worked out. So your savings need to be in silver, whatever you're saving, long story short. Yeah, M.I.M.S price is always high when you check out. Could you maybe do sort of a Thanksgiving sale on some of your silver? Listen, I told you, at Cost Metals, they got the best prices. In fact, when you join at Cost Metals, a lot of times they send out email, and we have silver that are below cost. Yes, they have silver sometime that is actually below spot price because it's like they have too much of it and they just got to get it out the door. Okay, so join at Cost Metals, you're gonna get silver at cost and sometime below cost. Real talk. That's how much value that this company's bringing to the marketplace. So yeah, this is your Thanksgiving and Christmas present right here. People don't realize this your Christmas present right here from me to you at Cost Metals. Get the membership. Start saving in silver and gold, especially silver. Get on the coin of the month. Cancel Christmas. It's gonna be much better for you and your family and financial future moving forward. Because I don't trust the markets. I don't trust the Federal Reserve. I don't trust any of it. I think it's massively overvalued. I think it's rigged and manipulated. I think the Federal Reserve stepping in here, manipulating interest rates as it is an indication that there is trouble ahead. Because the bond market is a signal. If you got rates rising, it's because that the global investors, whatever you want to call them, right? They see trouble ahead, right? And so the Federal Reserve stepping in here, creating value from nothing, buying the bonds, manipulating the interest rates to suppress them. Because the Federal Reserve doesn't have a magic button that they press and they say, well, we're going to make interest rates this and we're going to make interest rates that. No, the Federal Reserve has to get in here and manipulate the market by purchasing the bonds. But where do they get the money from? They just print it up. That's inflationary, right? And then that creates an illusion that we have a stable market and economy globally. And then people invest more in the stock market, assuming that because the bond market is the biggest market of them all. It's the biggest debt market of them all. The stock market, the bond market moves the stock market. That's why they always talk about the bond market, the 2 and the 10, the indicators, and then that affects the stock market. Okay, so when the Federal Reserve gets in here and manipulates the market, it's because they're trying to present an image that everything is sweet and that they have it under control, you know, and that we don't have to worry when it's the opposite. When it's really the opposite, but it's a game. It's all a game. Smart move. What if you lose it? Lose what? How you lose what? Silver is very undervalued right now. Yeah, most undervalued physical assets on the planet. How much is a yearly membership? Yeah, the cheapest one is $149. You make that money back in savings. I just showed you $5 per e-coin on a silver coin. You know, you buy a tube, right? You know, I just showed you a 100-ounce silver bar. You're saving $400 if you were buying a 100-ounce silver bar. You know what I mean? Like, the membership pays for itself. The cheapest one is $149. The highest one, which is the best one to me because you get a longer duration and you're going to get some metal in the mail with that membership, is $399. But you make the money back. You make it back. $149 for the year, or do the $399 membership. But you make the money back in savings, without a doubt, hands down. And then they got the coin of the month program where they automatically will ship you one of these M.I.M.S 70 silver eagle coins a month. I get these coins every single month. Every single month I get one of these coming in. This is a couple of them, you know. But I get this money coming in all the time. You know, it doesn't stop. A lot of times now it's an affiliate program too, for those who are entrepreneurs. It's an affiliate program. But every time I get paid, I buy silver with my commissions. Here's some 10 ounce bars. These are 10 ounces. So these are 10 ounce bars of silver. So I go buy, you know, I buy 10 ounce bars of silver with my commissions. Right? So I sit here and I just get more 10 ounce bars, okay, with my commissions. This here real money. This what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this a whole another 100 ounces right here. Damn near. Right, maybe a little more. But you know, I didn't buy it all at one time. Somebody say, "Oh man, this is continuous saving of my money." So this is another probably $3,000 right here. Okay, there's about 10 of these or 11. Yeah, whatever. Okay. And then here's the 100 ounce bar right here. And then here's a 100 ounce bar right here. And then here's a 100 ounce bar right here. Now, I'm not saying all this to impress you. You know what I'm saying? It's not to impress, but it's to impress upon you the importance and why you want to start saving now and do it on a consistent basis. This is financial security to me. Markets crash. I don't know what can happen tomorrow. Some news can come out and Bitcoin can tank 50%, 80%, dragging my portfolio down and all my other digital. I don't know what can, the stock market could just hit tomorrow. I don't know what can happen. But I know one thing, the gold and silver are always going to hold value. I know one thing, that if that does happen, the gold and silver are going to be worth more. The real asset, the paper market, they might manipulate that down because they'll cover their margins. So you might see the paper price for gold and silver go down, but that's an opportunity. If you can get it on the price. Now what happens though, when you see stuff like that, whenever you see the paper price of silver and gold go down, what happens is the premiums rise because the market know that's some bullshit. The market know that's some bullshit. The miners ain't making, they know. The dealers, so they don't even sell it. If silver, like right now, if on the market silver crashed to $5 an ounce, you're not gonna buy silver for $5. You're not gonna buy it for 10. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. If silver crashed to $5 right now, because that's the paper contract market, either people aren't selling it, or you're gonna pay a premium to where you're paying back $30, $35, $40 an ounce. That's how hard the premium is gonna be more than the actual cost of on the spot price. So I just want you to understand something. That's the paper market. So when you do see silver go down in price, that's a buying opportunity. Because it's just a matter of time before the market, the price actually reflects the market value. You see, that's the opportunity you have right now. The price of silver does not actually reflect its real value. When real price discovery is established for silver, it's going to be in the hundreds to thousands of dollars. It's just it's the market dynamics. You know what I'm saying? That's where it is. Wow, you really prepared. I like to do that too. Yeah, just on a consistent basis. That's all. Like I said, I've been saving since 2011. When I talk about 2008, because I'm not the George Bush. You know, like George Bush say, "Fool me once." Well, maybe I am. He said, "Fool me once, you can't fool me again." Right? But people still in the stock market, still in the 401, and knowing the market crashes every 10 years or so. There's a market crash. And you got your now this is what happens, right? So somebody gonna say, well, people who lost money in 2008, if they kept their money in the market, they're up today. Okay. But guess what? They never got that time back. You see, in 2008, people were getting ready to retire. They lost over 50% of their 401k. How long did it take them just to get back to where they were before they lost? 10 years. It took 10 years. 10 years off your life. Your money ain't moved. You was ready to retire. You in a negative. Okay? So what happens when the next one comes? You ain't learned your lesson. You're going to get hit again. You're going to get hit again. That's what's going to happen. They're going to get hit again. Because another one will come. It's inevitable. They can't just, it's inevitable. It has to come. And listen, understand something. The longer they keep this mirage going, everything is okay. The Federal Reserve can just print money. Governments around the world aren't dumping dollars. The dollar's safe. Invest in the market. Invest in stocks. You're going to make money. Okay? The longer they prop this up and blow this bubble up, the worse it's going to be. This is going to be the mother of all. This is it. That's what people don't understand. We're in a reset right now. That's why by March, ISO's got to be full steam. It's going to be over with. I just don't know. But there's a lot of uncertainty. So you want to eliminate third-party counter risk, and you want to hedge. And you want to diversify. And you want to have some physical assets. You want to have some real physical money. Okay? The market, they can drop this market anytime. And they know ahead of time. That's the thing. Here's another perspective for you. In 2008, when they crashed the market, I know you think everybody lost, don't you? No. There were people on the other side of that trade who made money. Because when the markets crash, money doesn't disappear. It just merely changes hand. That's the whole system. That's the cycle of the system. You see, the few, the 1%, they control the market. They are the market. They just use you as exit liquidity. It's a way for them to confiscate the wealth that is created in the system, because we are the money. So naturally we produce. So they say, well, how do we naturally confiscate their currency, their efforts, their work, their labor, without them noticing? Because imagine somebody wants to steal from you. They can't make it obvious that they're stealing from you. Okay? Because you're going to say, stop stealing from me. Right? And you might fight for them to stop stealing from you. But they don't fight. People don't fight the Federal Reserve because the Federal Reserve does it a very sneakily way. They steal from you through inflation. They print more money. You can't control that. You don't understand that. They're an unauditable institution. They got it to where the presidents and the Congress, none of them will buck them. They won't expose them. Ron Paul tried to expose them. Nobody listened. Nobody got behind for the American people and said, hey, Ron Paul is right. The Federal Reserve is devaluing the currency. Okay? It's making it harder for the average person to live. And now we've created a system of credit and debt to where now, as opposed to fixing the you're going to be upset now, I'm telling you. When you start to conceptualize this shit, it's crazy. So instead of fixing the problem, you know what we're going to give you? Credit cards. Yeah. We're going to put you in even more debt. So this is what we're going to do. Man, these people are smart, man. They smart. They smart the way they did this shit. So they're going to devalue your currency. They made it hard for you to live. Remember I showed you 1964, the purchasing power of the dollar and everything else? So they made it hard for you to live. They devalued the currency. As they devalued the currency, the cost of living went up. But your dollars were worth less and you weren't making more. So how do you fill the gap? Credit. You no longer can afford the house anymore. Because, it used to be one person worked the job, the husband. The husband worked and that was enough to pay for the house, the college, the vacation. The husband. They didn't need the husband and the wife working when the dollar had value. When the dollar had value, just the husband was working and the wife stayed home and took care of the babies. That's the hell how it's supposed to be. This bullshit we living in today, I tell you. I don't know how we doing it, but we doing it. Okay? But the husband used to go to work and that was enough to pay for the food, the bills. The wife stayed home, cooked, taught the children. They had enough money to go on vacation. That's when the dollar had value. But after they continued to devalue the currency, the cost of living rose. So now the new house, nobody can afford the new house. So you need a buffer. So what's the solution? Credit, debt. Well, we're gonna put the people in debt now. Oh, people don't even understand the debt crisis. Even right now, all-time high. Student loan debt, all-time high. Credit card debt, all-time high. Corporate debt, national debt, 36 trillion. Debt is at an all-time high. Credit and debt. So because they didn't never fix the money system, they enslaved you in debt. So not only are you working for a devalued currency, but you're in debt, and they taxing you on a piece of paper that's losing value. They hitting you in three ways. The average person can't escape it. They don't know what to do. They think they go get a second job or something. They're gonna do it. It's jacked up. But it's because people don't understand who the enemy number one is. The first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of the Federal Reserve. Until the Federal Reserve is fixed, no politician, nobody can really fix this thing. Because you have to understand, anything that they present to you, it causes them to create more money. If they have a social program or they have an infrastructure bill. Yeah, we have an infrastructure bill. Now, yes, there's an offset because when they print the money, it comes back in the form of productivity, okay, which can add to GDP and people being able to purchase things. But the cycle still is the same, where it's creating more debt, which is devaluing the currency, which is inflation. Okay, and so it creates a short-term effect, a wealth effect. It creates a wealth effect. People feel wealthier, money's being spent, jobs are being created. But that's temporary. It's a bubble. It's not real until you fix the issue at its core, which is the money system. So look, this is boring talk to a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to hear this. They ain't ready for this type of conversation. But this is why it's opportunity right now to get wealthy in assets. Silver, gold, digital assets right now. We're going through the largest wealth transfer in history. So all that stuff that was true, and it is true, there's a problem. And I think I've properly articulated the problem. And hopefully a lot of people were able to download and pick up what I was putting down. And then now you need to pick up the solution, okay? Because nobody's gonna come to save you. So the solution is that you bet against the debt. You bet against the debt, okay? The solution is you hedge against the inflation and the financial crisis. The solution is that you hold assets that are gonna rise in value as the inflation continues to steal away the purchasing power and the value of the dollar and cost of living rises. So you make sure you have these physical assets, okay? The most undervalued physical asset is right here. Physical silver. The most undervalued physical asset. You want that because it's the most undervalued physical asset and it's going to rise significantly in value once the market realizes it. Well, and the rigging and manipulation comes to an end, but it will happen. 2025, we will see silver break all-time highs. And you want to have undervalued digital assets. I believe XRP is the most undervalued digital asset on the planet, okay? You want to have XRP, but obviously ISO tokens, XRP, XLM, even HBAR, XDC. There are a lot of cryptos out there. But I believe the most undervalued digital asset, I say, is XRP. And for a lot of reasons, okay? But with that being said, look, I appreciate everybody who's on this live stream. Normally I go live like at 9, 10, or 11 at night. Today I kind of did this one a little early here. But make sure you follow me. Go to my website, runwithrick.com, www.runwithrick.com. Go to @CostMetals, get the membership, create your account, start saving in silver and gold at cost. www.costmetals.com. Referral code Ricardo Hamilton, one word, Ricardo Hamilton, no spaces. With that being said, man, I appreciate everybody on this live stream. 18,000 likes. Money clap for y'all, for the people who still on, soaking up this knowledge. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next live stream. Ricardo Hamilton, Crypto Rick Mims. I'm out. Peace.